Right now, it seems there are only 2 ways left to revive the Snyderverse. Nope, not selling to Netflix. Forget that. They are never going to do that. The 2 ways is either as a comic book issue or animation, because the breaking news from Ben Affleck right now has hit the nail on the coffin. And let's be honest, the options I just gave are hanging on a thin thread, and the odds of either of them happening is incredibly slim. Hi everyone, Ezuko here, and it's always lovely to have you back to this channel. Alright, Ben Affleck had an interview with GQ and he has some things to say about his run as Batman. He made it clear that portraying one of the most iconic superhero characters in DC has become an excruciating experience for him. Sorry, I didn't hear that clearly. Excruciating? How can portraying a character that literally everyone dreams of be excruciating? Yet, he explained that the dark and overly adult tone of DC was a huge part of the problem. In fact, he even mentioned that his own son was too scared of watching his Batman movies. I can understand how terrible it can be to hear that from your son as a father, but it highlighted the chaos that plagued the DCEU at that time. This was Ben's blunt admission in quotes. Even my own son at that time was too scared to watch the movie. And so when I saw that, I was like, oh, we have a problem. Then I think that's when you had a filmmaker that wanted to continue down that road and a studio that wanted to recapture all the younger audience at cross purpose. Then you have 2 entities, 2 people really wanting to do something different, and that is a really bad recipe. It is clear now that the studio and the filmmaker were at odds from the start, while the other was desperate to reclaim the younger audience. The vision of the DCEU, that is Warner Bros. Executives at that time, and Zack Snyder's vision never aligned. Their conflicting ideas hurt the franchise so deeply. One can't help but wonder, did the executives truly communicate their expectations to Zack? Or were they just testing the waters, only to panic when the general audience weren't aligning with their high hopes? Look, this is just what I've been explaining all this while. Both Zack Snyder and the Warner Bros. Executives at that time share in the blame of the failure of the DCEU. And I'm not here to force fans to choose between a dark and gritty DCEU or a brighter and more vibrant tone. DC's rich lineup of characters has the full spectrum of tones. We have both the bright and dark tone characters in the DCEU, and I truly want it all. And yet we have our beloved brothers on the other divide, trying to spin it in a way that looks like Ben isn't coming back because of Zack Snyder's departure. That's absolutely absurd and a true fantasy. Come on guys, when will you end this delusion? The interview left no doubt. Ben isn't returning to any superhero work, whether it's for Zack Snyder or James Gunn. He is done with all that. He's just not interested in superhero characters anymore. Okay, don't forget to hit the subscribe and like button if you're enjoying this video so far, and thank you so much as you're doing that. And if you ask me, many of his fellow actors like Ezra Miller and Gal Gadot aren't keen on coming back either. Let's be real, with James Momoa really work out from playing Lobo just to return as Aquaman in Zack Snyder's universe. Come on guys, it's Lobo. That is a character that we all know that he is so passionate about. So guys, even if there is a slight chance, I don't think any of the characters are even willing to return. So it's crystal clear right now. The old DCEU has been over for about 2 years right now. All eyes are on James Gunn to see what he will deliver with the new Superman movie. I am pretty sure that the new Superman movie will give us an idea of what James Gunn have in store for us. So guys, just drop the hashtags and support the new DCEU, or you move on to something else. I really want to hear your opinion about this. Do you agree with Ben Affleck's submission, or do you have a whole different opinion altogether? Just let me know in the comment section and I will definitely respond to all of you. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.